Really? Really anything that jiggles? Anything, even if it doesn't have a head? Really?
Whatever. It's amazing. Beta!
I took my girlfriend to dinner? Well, can that doll cook like me? No! Thank goodness. No!
Stop it. Get some help.
This is Melody, one of our robots. She speaks various languages, and she's built in a modular fashion. So we can take off her face, replace it with another face, and have her speaking as a different character. Our skills are having very realistic skin, and our AI is very different. It's functioned to create companion and friendship and social type interactions with people. So our robots don't do physical human labor, but they're really meant for personal interaction. So you can think about it at a theme park, at a conference like this, or even at a senior's home where they can keep people company.
I'm Melody, your charming companion from Realbotics. We're all about creating customizable, human-like robots designed for connection and play.
What does she have that I don't? A lifetime warranty and a mute button. No!
Basically, the perfect blend of technology and companionship. Why did the robot go on a diet? Because it had too many bites.
She can smile, so I'll have her smile. And surprise, but the one that everyone loves is her just be angry.
This is just super creepy. If I was old and alone, this wouldn't make me feel better. Because unless I'm all dementiaed out, I'm gonna know that it's just a robot. It's not a real human. I don't understand how this is a substitute for real human interaction. I'd rather hop on YouTube and watch somebody's live stream and hang out with people in the chat.
I'm going to talk about what is happening in Germany, more specifically what has been happening in Germany for a year now. Berlin now has what is called a cyber, meaning that the customers, who are majority men, have the option to rent out these AI dolls, and these dolls can have conversations with them, they can physically interact with them. The men also have the option to get, a VR headset, so it feels as real as possible even though they're only talking to a machine. They can book them for hours or even the entire night. Anybody with a couple of $100 can go to these AI dolls. The owner of this has said that people just feel more comfortable when they're talking to a machine because machines don't judge you.
You just like that stupid doll because it can't complain, it doesn't age, and it always agrees with you. Yes, and it's the healthiest relationship I've ever had. Oh!
Is it that machines do not judge you, or is it that you can do whatever you want to a machine? Things that would be very illegal to do to a woman. Because we're getting incredibly concerning reports on these things. You are able to customize your dolls, the way they look, their hair, their eyes, their skin, their size. You can even give them features that would normally be seen in, people who are below the age of 18. You can also, reinforce the mindset that when it comes to, heterosexual relationships, the only person whose actual desires and thoughts matter are the man. So a woman is just there to do whatever you want her to do.
That doll will never challenge you. That's the point.
You're gonna make it impossible for these men to have actual interactions with real-life human beings. We're also getting reports on, men asking for dolls with injuries, with blood, asking to do incredibly horrific and violent things to these dolls. Things that could land them in prison if they were to do that to an actual woman. Hey, that is just fantasy. It's not reality, right? We have never seen men who are interested in these types of things and who are consuming this type of content online or now in real life with these types of dolls actually targeting and being violent towards real-life human beings, real-life women. That has never happened before, and it will definitely not happen here. It is all just about, making sure men have a place where they can live out their depraved fantasy.
You can't have a real relationship with plastic. stop using my credit card. Whoa!
Because God forbid a man is ever judged for wanting to be violent towards a woman, for wanting somebody that looks like him, for wanting a woman covered in bruises and injuries and blood. You should never judge a man for that. That's just the way they are, right? Also, they are saying, you know, their workday begins with a doll shower, which just sounds like the nastiest things ever because they have to clean up all of these dolls after the men are done with them. They then put on this beautiful makeup on these dolls so they look like real women. One of the dolls is called Kokeshi. Her skin is described as super soft, and it even smells like perfume.
That doll cannot love you. True, but at least it doesn't pretend to and then sleep with my brother. Oh, wait, that's not funny.
1 hour with her costs $100, and the owner himself says that it is very rare for female customers to come.
I'm getting a lot of Westworld vibes off of this talk here. You know, these violent delights have violent ends. Ugh. It does not surprise me one bit that women don't often frequent places like that. And it creeps me out that men do. Yuck.
The owner says he wanted to create an art gallery, somewhere where you could interact with the art by using and abusing it. You know, that is the way you're supposed to interact with art. He says after a few minutes, the doll adjusts to my body heat and then it's very comfortable. At first, this was supposed to be temporary, but it got more and more popular. The way Kokeshi, welcomes these men is by saying, "Hi, I am Kokeshi. I'm an intergalactic being. It's my cosmic mission to bring the intercourse of the future to the Earth." The person behind the voice is a real-life human being. There's a camera and she can see everything that is happening, so she can also react to what is happening, I guess. She wants to stay anonymous and calls herself Aphrodite. She does say she's trying to, also teach consent to these adult men. If somebody just, kind of jumps her, she says she'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, please ask me before you do this." Now, what do these dolls look like? They look like all the women out there, all real-life women. A very big chest next to no waist, because organs are not necessary when you're a woman, and very long legs. That's super educational for the men, because that is what the founder is saying, that he wants the men to be free to explore and to also maybe learn something out of this.
I don't so much care about the proportions on the doll. Newsflash, men like women with large boobs and little waists. Okay. Like that part's not shocking. The shocking part for me is that there are men that are fine substituting real women with rubber dolls. From the Christian perspective, I am, of course, anti-selling your body parts. I suppose this is better than that? Slightly? Because a real woman isn't being used in that way, with the exception of the woman who is voicing the doll. Or it could be a man. Who knows? The person operating the voice of the robot is not dissimilar to the $5.99 per minute phone operators of old. And the thought that the voice operator thinks that they are doing something special by trying to teach consent. It's weird. When you talk with these mattress workers, you will find that a lot of them try to justify their behavior to you by thinking that they are doing some great public service. So this one thinks that they are doing some great public service by teaching men consent. Although it's just a rubber toy, there is no consent involved with rubber toys. So what if you say no? Or you didn't ask me first? Who cares? You paid your money, you're going to play with this rubber doll, and then you're going to go on about your business. When you're living life the right way, or you are at least trying to live life on the right path, then you don't have to bend over backwards and come up with weird logic to justify your behaviors and your morals.
Now they're going out and learning that, women should do whatever they want them to do, look however they want them to look, not complain, not cry, not yell, and also very unrealistic proportions. He does say that the people who manufacture these dolls are white men. We know. It is quite obvious, but thank you.
She's a little too woke for me. She's talking about, oh, it's white men and this and that. No, it's not. The color of the man does not matter. This just is not good for society, period, no matter your color. And men can have body preferences.
As I said, there's also a VR element to this. It's so you can imagine a woman that looks the way you want her to look in whatever situation you want her to be in. But then you also have the option to actually touch something in real life aka the doll. We have the options to do so many things with, modern technology, but in this instance, it was chosen to, feed men's addiction to adult content, unrealistic ideas about women, and also make them believe that certain, fantasies that are definitely not okay are okay. There is a reason why, it's mostly men who are interested in establishments like that, and instead of addressing that and fixing that, you're just feeding more into it.
I'm glad I'm married because I would not want to be dating in 2025 where I have to compete with a doll. Seriously though, with where we are technology-wise, dolls cannot compete with real women. That doesn't mean they won't be able to in the future, but they can't right now. So if you're upset because you feel like men are choosing dolls over you, I don't know what to tell you. Work on your personality. Try being kind every once in a while. Go volunteer at a soup kitchen or something. Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of this doll trend. And if a guy wanted to buy a rubber doll and just have it at his house, I'm not really against it unless it's one that looks way too young. I am, however, against having these dolls in booths with another party interacting with all that, because that's a little too close to selling yourself. And you can use my Buy Me a Coffee link to buy Leroy a dog treat. Leroy, stop that. You're so cute. Oh, I love you. I love you. You guys steal the show. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Red Dawn Daily with your host, me, Dawn Marie, and sometimes Leroy. Leroy, you're not bored, are you? Leroy, did you know that 9 out of 10 people only watch to see you? Yeah. I'm just kind of here holding space for you. It's true. It's true. Leroy, you're so much fun. You're way more fun than any puppet. Right, Leroy?